Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we're playing some Bloodthirsty combo mono black deck. After my last mono black video, a lot of people saw the Bloodthirsty in there and they were asking to have the Cleric in there. And I didn't put the Cleric in the other deck, mainly because it's kind of a win more card in that other deck. And a lot of people wanted to see the combo though, so I thought, hey, why not just make a deck based around those cards and try to make it so they're a little more resilient and we can pretty much rely on the combo to win the games if we need to. So in this deck, obviously, the big one, the combo here is Bloodthirsty Conqueror. 5 casting cost 5/5, flying Death Touch. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. And then the other part of the combo is the Starscape Cleric. 2 casting cost, flying. This creature can't block, and then whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So as long as you have those 2 cards in play and you deal 1 damage to the opponent, they trigger off of each other, and then it just combos out so they lose all of their life. Now, they can stop the combo by simply destroying the creatures, so it does die to removal. But the reason why I kind of built a shell around that is I wanted to zombify to allow us to pull back those creatures from the graveyard if need be. The other thing I do have 2 Arch Enemy's Charms. I can return 1 or 2 target creatures or planeswalkers to my hand. Obviously, creatures. We don't have any planeswalkers in this deck. And then we also have a couple ways to get it into the graveyard as well if we do want to zombify it, possibly on a faster turn. So we can cast Bitter Triumph, so we can discard a Conqueror into the graveyard. So think of it this way. Turn 2, cast Cleric. Turn 3, cast Triumph, discarding the Conqueror. Turn 4, you can zombify the Conqueror, attack in with the Cleric, win the game with the combo. So you do have a turn 4 combo win in the deck. I also did add the Unholy Annex with the Demon Wall package. The benefit to that is with the Demon Wall out, you do gain life here, which then allows you to do more damage as well with the Cleric out. Very handy for that. And the same thing goes with gaining life with the Conqueror for that as well. I do have also a 2 of the Pompous Pillager in the deck. The main reason why I wanted this in, one is just a simple finisher. A lot of times, if you have a lot of mana out there, you can just do a lot of damage with this pretty quick. It is a lifelink card as well, so that helps out if you're low on life. But if you need a way to get in that last bit of damage, so if you happen to, let's say, have 8 mana available, or even possibly a 4 mana plus 3, so if that'd be 7 mana, you could zombify your Conqueror, and then if you already had the Cleric in play, you can then bring in the Pompous, or even zombify Cleric too. You can bring in the Pillager and do the damage to them, and then everything triggers again as well. So you don't even have to worry about doing the damage by attacking in. So either if you have if they have blockers or any other reason why you can't attack, that's one way to trigger it still in that. I did have a 1 of the Terminus to try speeding up the deck as well. Strategic Betrayals, just great there to remove their graveyard and their threats. We do have the Deep Cavern Bats. We have 3 of in there as well to disrupt their hand, as well as 2 Duresses. I did have the Overlord here, obviously, to fill your graveyard. You're hoping to throw in the Conqueror into the graveyard and the Cleric in the graveyard. That way you can zombify them. Otherwise, I have 24 Swamps. You could put a couple of the other lands in there, but I really wanted to keep the Charm open early. So that's why I kind of kept it with the Swamps. When I say the man land, you could throw in there to help out with the Unholy Annex if that's what you really want to do. But please hit that subscribe button below. I really appreciate it. I'm currently not making any money on this, so it's kind of a passion project. So it really helps the channel out if you hit that subscribe button, hit that like, put some comments on how you like the deck and what you would like to see. Otherwise, let's get into the gameplay. All right, let's look at this. We got 2 land. We go first. We got Removal, Demon Wall, Cleric, Annex, Betrayal. Demon Wall into the Annex is probably the start, just so we can draw into get more land and get up to that 5 mana. Yeah, we'll see if they do some removal for this. This also tells me I probably don't want to drop the Cleric too early. Okay, Mouse can attack in. Oh, we do have another Cleric. Let's just slow them down. I think that helps us the most. Alright, we will destroy that as well. This tells me that they probably don't have a Screaming Nemesis, which is nice. Pay 3 life, we'll get rid of that. We'll drop 1. We'll see if they put down removal. Could burn it out. We'll see. Do have 6 cards in hand. Here's the Nemesis. They might just hit their own. We'll cast this too. They might just hit their own Nemesis. Otherwise, we can drop another Annex if they don't do that. Okay, no blocks. Basically, we don't want to block this because this has, if it dies, I can't gain life for the rest of the game, and the whole deck is kind of built around gaining life. Okay, it looks like they're going to target their Nemesis because they're looking at that demon wall. Oh, they didn't. That was a bad play on their part. Interesting. Maybe they're going to go after the other cleric for all I know. I'm actually going to do this first to see what they got going on. See if they got burn. All right. Okay. Change the target. Copy target instance, spell, sorcerer, spell, activate ability. Choose 2 target creatures controlled by the same opponent. That player chooses one of those. That's a sorcery. In control of target artifact creature. Untap permanents. Okay. I guess this is probably the scariest, right? Get this out. Gain some life. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Especially if they don't drop a creature. Well, we did get our Bloodthirsty. So it doesn't look like... Okay, we wanted to do it to that one. And then we got the combo here next turn. Let's do it. This is great. Good game. Comboed off. All right, opponent goes first on this one. We do have 3 land. We got a lot of removal, some card draw. Overlord's nice to have. Citadel, okay. Abzan? Alright, they got a graveyard deck going on here. The Betrayal is going to be really good for that, so we're going to kind of hold on to that. We're going to do the Demon Wall, follow it up with the Annex. Start our card draw. Takes them a little bit to get stuff in their graveyard that they want to pull back. What are they going to discard? All right. The problem with this is they can actually fire it off next turn. But I'm okay with that because I got the betrayal. Get them to exile that creature. But what we can do is we can try to find it in their hand. Get the swamp out. We'll see what they got going on in their hand. That way we know they're ready. Okay, they got a sweeper. Oh, they're not even going to be pulling anything back here. Thinking we just grab that. All right. That I don't mind so bad. We got a couple turns here, I think. I'm okay with them doing a sweeper. All right, we got one of our combo pieces here. Let's get this down. That's going to push them, I think, to do a sweep. Now I just might do the bad if they don't do it. Okay. That's fine. Fortunately, we didn't get land. I think we dropped the bat again. I think we're going to grab the Hydra this time because that's really their only threat. Yeah, we just need land. Yeah, they have kind of an unlimited amount, so they might be sitting on a couple of the Pompous Pillagers. Definitely have some graveyard shenanigans going on. Alright, I don't like that protection spell in there, so let's get rid of that. We're gonna drop this, try to find our combo piece. I guess we'll get the Demon, so we're not losing life. We just cannot find the cards we're looking for. We need land, we need our Cleric. Well, there's our Cleric. I have to discard a card. I don't want to show the Bloodthirsty. Maybe it's Charm. I think we're going to double cast Cleric. Okay, now we're definitely going to double cast Cleric. Let's hope he doesn't cast the Hydra. And then he can sink all his mana into it next turn. When I say double cast, I meant Offspring. Alright. We possibly have the game if they don't get rid of our creatures. Did they discard their Hydra? Got a lot of land here. Okay, are they looking for the sweeper? Alright, let's go for the kill with the combo. Good game. Nice combo. Alright, opponent goes first. We got the Overlords, which is good. We don't really have great removal. Turn 3 is the earliest. But we have an Annex and the Pillager. Let's keep it. Hopefully we don't have any aggro deck here. Oh, great. Playing a VV deck. Alright, we're going to try getting one of the Bloodthirsties in the graveyard. Well, that was a bad hit. Got rid of our land, too, that we need. There's the VV. Couldn't even exile it either because we didn't get the land we need. Might as well just get one of these out. That's fine, we do have another one. We will exile this thing. First chance we get. Are they sitting on a counterspell? I wouldn't have thought they would be in this deck, but who knows. Yeah, they're really trying. Get rid of that thing. Well, I guess we're going to see if they have a counter. They don't. That just bought us some time. I think the Annex is the way to go. We just need to draw into our cards here. It's actually not a bad one for for Vivi. And this guy's coming back here. Do we want to draw into a Zombify? Interesting. Alright. Okay, they're going to draw a card. Are they going to do the shenanigans with it? No. They just got one. Because you can actually bounce this or flash it basically and have it come back. Alright. Well, that's not a great draw for us. Okay, let's see here. We got 4 land here. We just want to start drawing into our cards we need. Put 1 in my hand. And we're going to hope that the next one... Alright, good game. Alright, opponent goes first. We got the demon to the annex. We'll keep that. Okay, they're ramping. We can duress them right away, which is kind of nice. Well, they don't have anything, though. Alright, so we're dealing with landfall here. They're going to be growing their stuff pretty dang fast. Okay, that was a misplay. Should have dropped the chocobo before dropping the land. They have double chocobo. Ouch. We'll get the demon wall out. That'll prevent attacks for next turn. These guys can get up to 2-3. Oh, they can get even larger. No, I guess there'd be 2-3. Yeah, we'll trade that. Or I won't even trade. I just kill it. Oh, another zombify. Okay. Let's get this out. We need to get the card draw. Gain some life. Okay, they warped that in. Oh no, they cast it with the elf. Okay. Okay, so he's gonna double. And then he can double it again. Doesn't have trample though, so it doesn't matter so much. I will block that. Depending on what I draw. Okay, I was going to say, depending if I just draw a land, I can zombify the demon wall back. We'll gain life. Bitter Triumph. That'll be a good thing to sack a land too. We can kill the chocobo. Or we can kill the Hydra, how about that? Yeah, we'll let that get through, I think. Yeah, no block. We can block next turn. Oh, we got 2 of them. Okay. As much as I would love getting the other demon out, we need to draw into our win cons. Okay, they drop land. I want them to load up the Hydra here. Alright, we're gonna discard a card for that one. Discard a land. Let's see here. Discard a card for that one. Discard a land. Block their elf. Take 5. We're going to cast that with Impending. No, we're going to cast that just straight out. Bloodthirsty is in there. We can zombify it. But we still need our other combo piece. They're not going to have removal for it, so we might as well just cast it next turn. Okay, what's his final card? Land. Okay, he's going to double. Ah, they're going to get kind of big here. I can block here. Doesn't have trample. I'm gonna do that. Leaves us at 4. We still got a lot of different things we can do. He doesn't have a hand, so I don't... Alright, good game. Alright, let's look here. Bloodthirsty combo here. We're looking... We got 3 land. We got a bat. We got a Triumph. Overlord's nice with a Zombify. We can start finding the stuff we need. Got a starting town. Let's see what they do with this. Oh, Mako. I can get out of hand pretty quick, so I'm probably going to kill that after they pump it up here. Oh, look at that. We got a couple of them. Let's stick 1 in our hand, just in case. Get this out. Try to remove something funny they got going on. We'll see what they got in their hand. Allows us to determine what we need to do, especially with our charm. Okay, Nemesis. And they do have the endurance. So let's see here. We're at 18. 1, 2. I'm actually more scared of the monument because that Nemesis, we can charm that away. And also Bitter Triumph it. Okay, we'll take 5 here. We'll get the Demon Wall down. We'll take the 3 off the Triumph. Unless we want to discard. We'll pay 3 life. We want to keep up the charm, and we can cast the Conqueror next turn if we get a land. Gain a little life. Alright. See what they... Last 2 cards they drew, if they got something. I have 3 cards that I don't know. Gonna use it as a sack probably. We'll let them pump into this. I'm okay with that. Then we can get rid of it with the charm next turn. That's cool with me. We can get rid of that. Should say we should probably get rid of the Nemesis. He can start pulling back everything here. I'll take 7 if they attack out. Possibly 8. Just for combo reasons alone, I'm going to drop that first. We'll attack in. That does drop next turn, which is nice. Shame we don't have our... So we do have a way of gaining quite a bit of life here. We can always zombify our Bloodthirsty if we want. That's fine. Alright, we didn't get a combo piece. Nemesis is gone. Let's pull up another Bloodthirsty. Start gaining a lot of life here. Get the Overlord. I might just be dead without the combo here. Good game. I have to admit, this deck is a lot more powerful than I thought it would be. The combo was not too bad to get to. The Zombifies, I think, were huge because they really did tend to kill off my clerics pretty quick when I got them out. But it was nice to see that this deck has other ways of winning. Just getting those creatures down and attacking in, you can do a lot of incremental damage with that. Especially getting that Unholy Annex down with the Demon Wall does a lot of damage. The Clerics get in for just a little damage each turn. Same thing with even the Deep Cavern Bats, but they kind of work off each other. You know, you gain life, and this thing obviously does additional damage. You really just kind of like 2 damage at a time, just dwindle them down while you're killing off all their creatures with your removal. So very cool. Even when you don't have the combo, it works out pretty well. You saw in the games, but when you hit that combo, that is a blast. So definitely give the deck a try. It's a fun one if you have the cards. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.